Good morning and happy Juneteenth to my fellow sports psychos. This morning's video is not brought to you by a cup of coffee. This morning's video is brought to you by Dulcolax. Are you tired of all the food you've ever eaten and want to spend a lot of time here? Dulcolax. Dulcolax, so you can have a bad day too. Trying to add a little bit more pep to this week's video as it is the last one, but I am actually prepping for surgery tomorrow, and I'm not allowed to eat anything, and I have to clear my entire system today, so it is just great. Also, it's summer break and it's Juneteenth, so the kids are home. Children are such a blessing. One of them is screaming downstairs right now, so I'll be back. Everything all right?
Yes, I'm still down here.
What's he mad about?
That I will keep playing the Jack to the Store race at the end of the cards over and over, so I'm just turning on card 3
In case you didn't hear that, it's because he didn't get to watch the small section of Disney Cars that he wants to watch right now, because he's watched it 12 times in a row, and we're just going to play the whole movie, and he is just not stoked. Jumping right into it, the three things I think are the most important to instill in our children when we're coaching them, or the children that we're coaching, especially as a father, this is something I think about all the time. One is to promote the intrinsic motivation through fun and enjoyment. I think that's extremely important. Make a game of it. Don't just do rondos and wall bounces all day in soccer. The second thing is and I think this is actually the more important thing, is the autonomy. That's something that we focus on a lot in our home, is their own autonomy, the capacity to make decisions, capacity to, rather than, you have to. It's like, hey, do you want this goal? All right, let's get there. And it goes back to that 1% that we talked about earlier. That's really, really important. And then I believe in the multi-sport balance approach. I think that, my second middle child, my son, is he plays for CFC. He loves it. He's doing really well, and that does take a larger portion of his focus. But after the reading and after a lot of consideration, we also want him to be involved in other things, and we've tried to involve him in other things like jiu-jitsu and lacrosse and things of that nature, because it does reduce the risk of injury and all of those other things, but it's also just really important that he still has fun, and that he still enjoys sports, and that he chooses soccer as his primary. It kind of fits right in with the first two things I said. It promotes the intrinsic motivation, but it also gives him the autonomy, and it takes a lot of the pressure away as the coach and the dad and the parent when you're trying to help him be the very best version of himself. That kind of goes directly into the next question. I do include my kids in a lot of different sports. They choose themselves what their focus is, and I think that is important. What are you going to practice the most? Practice doesn't make perfect, but practice gets you the chance to play more. But I think lower burnout rates is really important. Kids will get burnt out if you're doing soccer 7 days a week, 8 practices a week, and you're just focused on that. They need the diversity, because like every single animal on the planet, play is preparation for life. So rather than them always thinking I have to practice this sport, I want them to say, I want to play. I believe that also gives you a better athletic development. Lacrosse and soccer are going to give you those long-term running focus, whereas you could do tennis and football even, and you're working on sprints and bursts. And I think that it's important to strengthen all parts of your physiology. I think that'll reduce injury, and I think it makes it more fun. Not to mention, I'm trying to raise little men here, and I'm not saying that in a misogynist way. I'm saying that I'm trying to raise autonomous men, kids that will never need me again, but talk to me because they want to. That's something that I always think about, and in doing that, this is so important for their social and their psychological growth, that they be in other activities, meeting other people who are really good at other sports and appreciating those things, learning to learn from those people, to appreciate those people, to celebrate the wins, to learn and celebrate the losses, to to be in different things will help them in life, because life is not just, hey, I do this one thing. Life is so multifaceted, and that should be the approach. I think that's the most important part. So yes, I think multiple sports is the way to go. This class has bolstered a lot of ideas I already had, but one of the things that really stands out that was a little different from the way that I had been thinking does apply to this exact portion in the course as well. It's diversifying the confidence portfolio. That's another great reason to keep them in multiple sports, and I tie that in, but that was huge to me. That was a big takeaway for me. The exercise portion of it, diversifying the portfolio. You know, physical activity is not exercise. Exercise is physical activity. So simple, of course, but why would you just do one exercise? Diversify the portfolio. That has been big to me in the way that I view confidence, in the way that I view motivation, all of it. And also, the double entendre that I accidentally posted on the mirror in the bathroom for my wife, that was fun. I'm going to combine the next two. It's the end of this one, the moving forward bit, but then the next one, the next question, which is how we'll use this information moving forward. Diversifying my own portfolio. The confidence portion and the emotional, I call it emotional management portion, emotional mastery. I think being more intrinsic in the diversification. It's not just, do I play a bunch of things? Do I do a bunch of things? Yes, I surf, I snowboard, I do all kinds of crap. But what about intrinsically? I need to apply, and something that I'm doing moving forward is finding different parts of me that I can be confident in, finding different things that I can tell myself to be confident in. And the next one is so simple, but talk to yourself. Don't just listen. That was huge for me. I have been applying this class as best I can due to the toughness of where my life is. And I've found this class to be extremely useful in everyday applications. And just in my marriage, we're in an insanely stressful period of our existence. And it hasn't been easy. Having a blended family isn't easy. Going through what we're going through with my surgery and all this other stuff and everything that's going on with me, it's been very difficult. Just the simple things. Talk. Positive talk. Positive encouragement to each other. Like, focus on the intrinsic positivity and applying that moving in, and I won't even say moving forward, I know that's the question, but just applying that in how I'm existing is making a difference. And that's very important to me. I do not have a favorite topic from this course. I really don't. I really think that the coolest part about this course and the way that this class is set up is the fact that we were given things that tie in together so well. And I don't think that there's one specific section that stands out. It's more of how my favorite part about the course is how applicable it's been, how each section has tied in, and how I've been able to apply those things to my own existence. If I had to just pick one thing, it was probably at the very beginning, making myself be nice to my wife's best friend's boyfriend, because he's a turd. So goodbye to everybody. It's been really cool watching your videos. Tristan and Cole, you guys are so chill. If I do run into you, I won't even know what to say. Like, do I just be like, hello? Christian, we have a lot in common, man, and good luck out there. You got an energy about you that's pretty awesome. If you're not in a frat, I'll be shocked. KP, it's cool that you're, what is it, a saffron, I think is what you were. I ended up being one of those too. For anybody I didn't mention, I hope you guys have a great great rest of the summer. I hope that your lives moving forward, that these things can be applied, that it makes your life better, that you look back and that maybe some dumb thing that I said or did or just some moment sticks with you forever. And I hope it's in a positive way. And I wish you all the very best. If I had anything to say moving forward, it would be, look, I think about those times when I was getting held down by big waves and I thought I was going to die. And then sitting here at this desk right now, I'd love to be there because that was a part of the surfing that I loved so much. So it gets hard. It gets crappy. Embrace the suck. It's not there to break you. It's there to make you. You got this. And, you know where to find me. I'm in the system somewhere, I'm sure. But if I don't see you around, I'll see you around.